So a little while after my video came out earlier, actually, it was officially announced that Irv Smith would be doubtful for this upcoming Monday Night Football game versus the LA Rams. Currently, Joe Burrow is questionable. My guess is he does not play. This is probably going to be a competitive advantage type scenario where, again, he's not playing because they don't want to go ahead and give away that, he's not playing. So they're going to say questionable until the game and then whatever. Let's talk about Irv Smith. Because, listen, obviously injuries are never something a player can control, right? Can't ever blame a player for their injuries. But going into this offseason, we knew one thing. We knew we were going to lose Hayden Hurst. We're going to lose Samaje Perine. We have to replace those two guys. We got Chase Brown, which was somewhat of a replacement for Samaje Perine. Obviously, it's not going to be a full replacement. Samaje has given us so much, absolute A-plus work. It's hard to replace him in any category. Number two was replacing Hayden Hurst. Now, Hayden Hurst wasn't as difficult to replace. Yes, he's a great tight end, but he dealt with injuries throughout his career with us. And, overall wise, I think the most he's had in the season with us was 500 some odd yards. So it's not like it was a crazy, replacing T. Higgins or replacing Jamar Chase, right? It's really just replacing, a 500-yard receiver. And when we saw the options available in free agency this offseason, Mike Gesicki, obviously Irv Smith, and a couple other guys too. When we signed Irv Smith, it was always that, is this the correct decision? Because obviously Irv Smith has dealt with injuries throughout his career. He's very injury prone. And for a team like us, right, who are in that Super Bowl window, and I do believe the Super Bowl window, as Joe said, is his whole entire career, but especially in that, special window, right? That special, the band's still together right now, let's go win a Super Bowl. It was very questionable to go after a player that has an injury-prone history, right? Because at the end of the day, this year, you want to have everyone as healthy as possible and everyone who can stay as healthy as possible throughout the season. And I feel for the most part for this, depth chart, that's what we did. We got everyone who really is good at staying healthy and not injury-prone. Irv Smith was the only odd man out. And, we got him, obviously. We passed on all the tight ends in the draft. That was Michael Mayer, Sam Laporta, who else? Dalton Kincaid. We couldn't have gotten Dalton Kincaid, but we could have got Sam Laporta or Michael Mayer or any of the other tight ends. I mean, there was a slew of them. Darnell Washington. You put the list up. There was 7 or 8 good tight ends in this draft. But we missed on all of them because, again, we had this faith that Irv Smith could stay healthy throughout the season. And then it was going to be Drew Sample and Mitchell Wilcox. Obviously, Drew Sample, more of a blocking tight end. And Mitchell Wilcox, more of a receiving tight end. First couple weeks looked okay. We actually, because of our offense starting off poor, we really had to use Irv Smith more as a blocker. And while he has looked pretty good, in the back of my head, right, in the very far back of my head here, I always got a little scared. Because I'm like, you know what? He's looking good. But he's, obviously smashing against guys every single play. He's getting hit every single play when he's a blocker. And with his injury history, what's that going to mean, if, quote unquote, he gets hit too many times? Because again, keep in mind, he's played 2 games for us this year, started 2, played 2, and now he's going to be missing his 3rd game. And go back to his time with Minnesota. His last season with Minnesota, he played 8 games, started 1. Year before that, 13 games, started 7. And the year before that, he did play a whole entire season, his rookie season. So, it's disappointing in the fact that, he's already hurt. He's already not playing. And again, like I said, My problem with this is I feel like we could have avoided this problem or had a, solution if we would have drafted the tight end. And obviously, hindsight is 2020. We've talked about many times that they should have drafted the tight end or picked up a tight end or did something with a tight end, right? They should have done it, but they didn't. And I know the Bengals, they're very like they have their idea, they have their process, and they go about it and they stick to it, right? And again, they do take best player available. And I love this draft class. I'll still say after week 3 here, I love the draft class that we assembled. The problem is, again, like I said, is simply just the fact that I feel like we could have went someone else. And I love the signing of Irv Smith for the money purpose and the contract. I think it worked out really well. But it was the gamble. And I don't know if this is the team, this is the year that you really should have made that gamble, right? And I think that's definitely a problem that, we're now going to be facing. We're facing the Joe Burrow issue, not sitting in the first couple weeks, and now we're sitting the, hindsight 2020 here. Everyone's a Monday, morning quarterback pretty much, or analysis, I guess. And we're kind of in the same ballpark range with Irv Smith, right? And now Irv Smith is going to be out for right now. And again, like I said before, hopefully he does come back week 4, week 5. But it's a hamstring injury. Hamstring injuries never go away. Pretty much, they are like the thing that nags on you the whole entire season. No matter how much you try to get away from them, they just stick there and they don't leave. And usually hamstring injuries, they cause more problems down the line for other things. Now, obviously, free agency right now is, let me go ahead and pull this one up. This is free agency right now for tight ends. Obviously, I don't think the Bengals are going to trade for a tight end, and again, keep in mind, they don't have all the money in the world after the contract made by, Joe. But keep in mind, they did go ahead and cut La'el Collins, so now they have more money to spend when it comes to, potentially going in a tight end. I don't think Noah Fant's actually available, but you got Cameron Brate, Dan Arnold. So I'm just going to go through here. No. Maybe. No. Potentially OJ Howard. No. There was actually no one else who's actually even good. Yeah, there's only like 2 or 3 tight ends who are actually good in free agency. Maybe 2 or 3. Maybe 1. It's not a, position that really is not grabbed up very quickly when they become available, good tight ends. And again, listen, I'm not sitting here saying that if we don't have Irv Smith, we are not going to be, the best team in the world. That's not true at all, right? We could be perfectly okay without Irv Smith. Irv Smith is not a, one all be all here where, guess what? If we don't have him, he's going to be nothing. Because again, like I said, even when we had Hayden Hurst for the year, we had Hayden Hurst. He only had 52 receptions, 414 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Which it is real, in grand scheme of things, not that much. Now, I know I've seen some comments down below of someone saying, well, why don't we just put Yoshi, have him gain some weight, and put him at tight end? You can do that. It's very potential. But again, like I said, it's just a really weird situation to be in right now. That, like I said, and again, hindsight is 2020 here at the end of the day. But it's just like, I feel like this is a problem we could have avoided going into this year. Right now, Mike O'Mara, the guy we've talked about many, many times, he is currently a Las Vegas Raider. He was taken in the 2nd round this year. And does he have any actual... I don't know if he caught any passes yet. Stats-wise, let me see if he's done anything. He had 1 reception for 2 yards against the Bills, and that's it. He hasn't done anything for the Raiders yet. So that's actually, I guess, like a W in that context. He's really haven't done anything. Although the Raiders' offense is kind of wishy-washy. Dalton Kincaid so far this year has had 9 receptions, 69 yards. Nice. So that's okay. And then who else we got? Sam Laporta. Sam Laporta has actually looked pretty good for the Lions. He has 10 receptions, 102 yards this year. So again, like I said, all the options that we could have went for. It is what it is, but I'm hoping Irv Smith can stay healthy and we can have him for some of the season, some part of the season. But, it's another kind of like, you just shot at us here with injuries, man. This injury bug is never easy, but tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.